everybody. Okay, I got a different view of my desk today. I'm trying something else new out today, experimenting with all kinds of things over here. I still haven't done anything with my fish tank. Said I was going to, but I decided to do other things this weekend. So maybe fish tank rescaping next weekend. We'll see. So today is 3P Productivity Mastermind Day. I love Wednesdays. And actually, to help with my productivity, I, in my head, start my week on a Wednesday because Monday just has too much pressure. I mean, there's already so many expectations on a Monday. So rather than plan and start my week and all of that on Monday, Wednesday is the start. Wednesday is already like sliding down to the end of the week. And so then right in the middle of the week, you can take a little bit of a break. And lo and behold, whatever you didn't get done, you got Monday and Tuesday to still get it done before you're at the beginning of the week again. So anyway, that's just how I've made my to-do list feel a little bit easier. But that's because why I started my mastermind groups on a Wednesday. And this particular group, we're talking about, first of all, our progress that we did for the week, and we're celebrating it because I don't do that nearly enough. And I haven't met one person in my group that has celebrated their accomplishments nearly as much as they should be doing. They're a lot of times just putting themselves down for the things that they've done. And so that's one of my favorite things is to uh, bring to people's attention like how amazing what they've been working on really is. And then we start talking more in depth about the things that we're going to be working on and focused on for the week, which usually brings us to our next topic point, which is pivot, the word that we use to replace problem, because there aren't really any problems. Usually, um, it's just something that we need to look at from a different perspective and pivot from the direction that we've been currently headed in. So, we've been talking a lot about today, we were talking about in the morning session about the isolation that you could feel if you've started a band, if you are, a producer maybe, and you produce a bunch of bands and you have your own business. There's this level of responsibility and the weight of all of the success of that particular group or all of the artists beneath you falls on your shoulders. And so Guilherme was talking about how before he had joined the mastermind, he had felt a lot of this isolation, this feeling that I have to build all this alone. I've got to figure out my marketing strategies. And I was very much in the same place when I was out playing in bands and um I felt like I was letting my band members down sometimes. But then like if I were to talk to them about it, like they just weren't as interested in the conversation as I was. And if I tried to talk to my significant other at the time, they just really didn't understand any of what I was trying to accomplish. So as much as they wanted to be supportive, there's like a limitation there. And I think a lot of people working in the music industry, they find this. They are independent artists and are very much working independently. And I was burnt out all the time. And I just felt alone and maybe even like a little resentful because it felt like everybody else could just have fun and play their instrument, but I had to figure out things like where we're gonna book the next show and how do I even, like, get a hold of that person, and what's the next social media post gonna be, and all of this kinda stuff, and one of the things that Guilherme said that's been a huge improvement is first of all, there is more of a level of discipline with his music career and what he's doing because we're showing up every week and we're talking about what we've accomplished, what we're working on the next week. And if there are things that are blowing our brains up a little bit, there is a group of people that are all working in their own businesses, careers in the music industry that completely understand what you're talking about. They can give you feedback from a perspective that actually makes sense because they also are working in the music industry. And so I've found this belief of I've got to do this all alone. I'm the only one that can do all this. The weight of the world is on my shoulders. Having a group like this relieves all of that pressure. And even if I do come against a challenge during the week between Wednesday to Wednesday, I can just kind of put that on the side and wait until Wednesday and say, hey guys, what do you think about this? And I'm going to get better feedback than if I go talk to my boyfriend or if I go talk to one of my other friends, not in the music industry, not related to business. So it really does matter who you're talking to shape the rules that you're making around your career in the music industry. So that's something that I've really been thinking a lot about lately is what are the outdated rules that I have discovered so far as I've been working in the music industry? And what are the new rules that I've formed that are way more empowering to me? So in this situation, the rule of I've got to do this alone. I'm the only one reliable, capable, whatever other word I used to justify I'm the only one to solving challenges with other people makes it easier, makes it feel easier to take on challenging tasks. So, one of the things that I've made from this new rule is when I say the word hard, this is hard. This feels hard. I don't want to do this. This is hard. I still will say this to myself in my head pretty quickly. And that is a sign to stop, maybe take a walk, do something different, and explore the ways that challenge could be easier. And oftentimes, one of the ways is just to talk to somebody that understands what's involved with that challenge and or has possibly already overcome this challenge. So, anyway, that's my thoughts for this wonderful Wednesday. I have another mastermind coming up this evening. If you're curious if a music type mastermind thing like this would be useful for you and your music career and goals, I have the QR code in the corner. So you can check out the page, get a subscription if you want to. You can also just use the link on the scrolly bar at the bottom, book a 15-minute call with me. We can discuss what your goals are and identify if this mastermind really is the thing that is going to help you get what you want. And I guess that's it for today. So see you guys later.